Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. That's WORIMI. And welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Love your comments, love your questions. Thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, join in the conversation. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at today, again, I'm going to do a little bit of a different reading at the moment. It is entertainment only. But I've been asked, following my Ben Carlson past life reading from yesterday, a few questions that I just wanted to, well, let into in the reading that I'm just about to do. Now, very quickly, yes, I do realise I went from Ben Carlson in this past life, was female. I when I'm in a reading, I have no idea what I say, but I believe that I had then switched to the masculine later in the reading, and I think that was because the human side of me gets in the way of the message occasionally, and because he is male in this particular lifetime. I do actually, I can see clairvoyantly. I say clairvoyant, I just get visions basically of a second lifetime for him that is fairly significant. I may have a look at that next week, but it was about someone who was in a position of power and lauded and then basically cast aside. So feel a feeling of loss. Now, we don't have one past life, we have dozens of them. I've found at least a dozen of my own going back to the 1400s. Some are really short, 12, 13 years, some are long. All of them have an undercurrent of rebelliousness and independence in them. So I'll take that. But yeah, we don't just have one past life. We have dozens and dozens. We choose to come back as often as we want once we pass over onto the other side. However, a couple of questions that were brought up in regards to the Ben Carson reading was the life path, the choices that we make, etc. And this is something that comes up quite often in my private readings when I'm reading for people. So I thought, I'll just touch on it for the most of us. Now, as we go through life, la da 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 da, we are given we're given choices about which path we take forward, and when we call them crossroads, but they're not really. They're divergence points where we can go this way or we can go that way. And when we stand at this point here and look at the two options for us, the two paths that are revealed to us are the path that seems easy and the path that seems difficult. Now, there is a particular ex-president that has been offered this divergence point over and over and over again, and he's always taken the easy path, the alluring easy path. But come this way, don't rock the boat, don't make any difficult decisions, same old, devil energy path, basically. And when you go down this path, this is the one. You're not the pebble in the pond. You're not rising to any challenges. You're not making any difficult decisions. You're not holding yourself to any accountability. And as we go through life, we get presented with these options. Some of them are easy: chamomile tea, peppermint tea. Some of them are easy decisions. Some of them are really, really life-changing decision points. Now, the easy path, it looks easy because it is just rinse, repeat, same old, continuing on with what we've always been doing. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. It's a very seductive path to go down, and sometimes because it looks easiest when we're at that divergence point, we choose that path because we don't have the energy to take the alternative. However, this particular path is not a path where you grow into who you are meant to be, follow your soul spirit journey, and rise to the occasion. It is literally the easy path, the devil path. So we reach these divergence points. We need to take the blindfold off and look at the two options clearly. So the easy path appears to be is this path. And I'll use an analogy in a moment. from my own life. The other alternative path, as we're standing at this divergence point, this particular path, it's the path we're meant to be on to learn the life lessons that we are being presented with at that particular time. But man, oh man, it looks hard. It's the one where we really have to step up and take accountability, where we have to make difficult decisions. It's where we have to rise to challenges and obstacles and make choices. And it can be a really uncomfortable path when we're standing at this point and having to make a decision about which way to go. But it's the path we're meant to be on. It's the path where the universe has got your back. Now, it's the path where we decide what we want our future to look like, where we step into our authority and we take the steps necessary. This is taking action, being proactive, taking the steps necessary to reach that future that we want. And it doesn't look easy. There's no express elevator to this future. You won't reach it by sitting on the couch. This is the sitting on the couch. This is the taking the act. That way, yep. Sitting on the couch, taking the action versus taking the action. Now, I'm going to use an analogy from my own personal life so you understand what I'm talking about. I was married before, time ago, straight out of home, ex-husband, married for 9 years. Straight out of home, I won't say straight out of school because I did work, but I still lived at home with my parents at that stage. Absolute charming narcissists as they all are, very, very alluring. Married, and basically, as all narcissists are, as soon as they've got you in their power, they change their attitudes. Treated like a doormat, became a doormat. Everything was my fault. Yeah, you know how it goes. Yeah, but what happened was during that relationship, goodness knows how many opportunities I was presented with to leave that relationship. But I chose again and again this particular path, the easy path, la 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 la, and went down the easy path. Now, when you are presented with these opportunities, if you choose not to rise to the occasion, it is presented again and again and again, and each time becomes more intense. So goodness knows how many affairs he had during that marriage until finally I reached a divergence point again where I decided to take the other option. And it was scary. It looked, when I was here, it would have been so easy just to ignore what was going on and continue on in this devil energy path that brings no joy. But I chose to take the blindfold off and take the other option. And it was scary as hell. I had to not only throw his sorry ass to the curb, I had to find somewhere to live. Fortunately, I was working at the time. I had to find somewhere to live. I had to buy a car. I mean, this was the first time in my entire life that I actually had to take these sorts of actions for myself and make the decision for myself. I had to find somewhere to live. I had to buy a car because I wasn't allowed a car before that. Or the car that I did have briefly was his choice, and then it got sold. Buy a car. I had to employ a lawyer on my behalf. I had to go through the court case, etc., etc. And they were really standing at this point. Man, it was scary. But I tell you what, the obstacles, the challenges, everything that when I was standing there and I looked at that path, every time I reached one of those obstacle challenges moments, the universe stepped in for me. I walked into a legal firm and was seen straight away by a female lawyer who had my back. When I went to buy a car, it was at a time when secondhand little butterbox automatic cars were few and far between for whatever reason. Three people wanted that car. I had to apply for finance. I was probably the worst candidate for that car, but they sold it to me. Um, the house to buy, it just presented itself. And I put down a deposit after cleaning out the bank accounts, put down a deposit, and the house was mine. So every obstacle that was presented to me, and I was like, "Ugh," if I chose to take on the challenge of that obstacle, the universe just smoothed the path forward. And in all honesty, by the time I got to the end of it, I looked at what I had gone through and really just said, I should have done this years ago. However, it was not my time years ago. That was my time to make that decision. So I just wanted to have a talk to you about that we have these path options. You look at and they are presented to you again and again and again until you choose to take what looks like the more difficult, but at the end of the day is actually the easier, to learn the life lesson, to lift your vibration. And if you choose not to take that path at any stage during this lifetime, you have the option of doing it again next lifetime. Now, I am talking about, if I'm talking about this, I am also got to show those that continue down this path, and that is someone like ex-President Donald Trump. He keeps taking, he keeps getting presented with these life lessons. I mean, he had the opportunity, he was given equivalent of $500 million in inheritance. Imagine the good that he could have done with that money. Imagine the wealth he could have accumulated while doing that good. But no, he continued to go down this, what appeared to be the easy option, the devil option, poor choice option. And he's ended up where the life lesson is getting more intense, more intense, more intense. So I just wanted to have a quick chat to you about these path options that are available to us as you are going through life. And it is always our choice which way we take, and it is always our choice about the timing of which when we take those paths. So thank you. Start a conversation. If you want to know more, let me know. Love to you. Take care.